So with the new Sims 4 kitchen clutter kit and the restoration workshop kit, I wanted to build a house in the Sims 4 with just those kits and base game. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to show you guys is my test sim to make sure everything works. Look at her face. She's so hungry right now. It's just hilarious to me. I thought that was so funny. So I'm on the Sequoia Cottage lot, and that's the world that comes with growing together. So we're on that lot, and I guess we're just gonna get started with the build. So I am going to be starting work soon. Yay for me. I actually start tomorrow morning. So I'm very excited because I've kind of not really had a job for a little while now. So I've kind of been like, you know, just doing my own thing and everything and just posting as much as I can, trying to post as much as I can. I know it's a little bit on the difficult side for me to post, but I'm trying. So we're gonna use this gabled roof piece and we're gonna put it all the way to the front. This is only gonna be a 1-story house. It's gonna be pretty small, and then maybe we can have another roof right here, bring it down, and then bring it like this maybe. How do we feel about that? I feel like maybe this should go on this side. I'm not sure. Let's try that. And I think it needs to be like a little bit smaller. Well, maybe like this. I do think that it should go on the other side maybe. Okay, so I moved this to this side. I thought that it would look better on this side. And then I think that we're gonna give this family like a small porch area. And then this whole thing can go up on a platform. And then I do want to look at the columns that we have. I like these ones. And remember, everything is either base game or the 2 new kits that we got, the 2 new build kits. We just need to now add some stairs. I think these ones could be cute. And I'm thinking like the fence that we can go with. I like this one and this one. So maybe we'll go with this one in like a black or maybe even a tan color. Let's try tan. I seem to always use black, so let's try a tan color instead. For the garage, I'm gonna put it over here because we already have a spot right here for it. So I'm gonna get some, I'm not sure if I want to use terrain paint or the concrete, but I do want to just map it out real quick so we kind of know where everything is going to be going. Okay, so we'll have the garage right here. That is huge. That's pretty big. Okay, let's fix that. How big do we want the garage to be? That's kind of where we need to figure that out. And I don't know if I want it to be detached or not. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want it to be detached. I think having it this big will work. And then we can go ahead and put a roof on it as well. Now we just have to attach it here. I don't know why, but I think that I do want to make this like a 2-story house. And I forgot to put my cheats in, so I'm gonna do that real fast. Okay, what do we think about that? I actually don't think I like it. Yeah, this is just a little bit better. Yeah, this is a little bit better. We can honestly like copy and paste this one here and maybe have it like this. I don't think that looks bad. And then I'm gonna move this over. Okay, I'm just gonna add everything back that I originally had. This is what we have so far. I don't hate it, so that's a plus. Let's go ahead and add our roof trim. I'm thinking that we go with a darker roof, or we can even go with like this pretty blue color. I like this, so let's try this. And then maybe we can pair it with a darker roof trim, like even like a black. Oh, I don't think that looks bad. I do want to change this fence, and I'm thinking that maybe we could change it to also the color black. And then the same thing with these columns. I think I want to change the color of the columns as well. We can either do black or we can do white. Let's try black. And then we're gonna go ahead and put our foundation and then the windows and doors. So I'm thinking that we use a combination of a couple of windows. So we can use these ones Yeah, we might be able to get away with the small windows. I'm not like in black, so we can make like a fake garage, because I'm not really a fan of like the garage that we have in debug. So I'm gonna try to make my own. I wish we had the other columns, but honestly, this can work. I don't think that I want to use it. Like maybe we can use these columns. Maybe that'll look better. Let's try it. And then I usually just take a siding, or I guess like I was in the paneling, my bad. I usually just take a siding and go ahead and just do like that, and then boom, you have your fake garage. I think that this looks a lot better than the actual garage, so we'll definitely go with that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with that in that color, but for right now we're gonna leave it. And then, okay, so we do need like something for the whole house, and I was thinking like maybe we can do some type of brick, and if that doesn't work, we do have the rock, which I think would be a nice touch. So maybe we can do the rocks. No, I think we should stick with the brick, maybe in a different color though. Okay, we'll stick to the same color and we'll put it all around there. Okay, I'm gonna finish the rest of the exterior, and then we're gonna be able to go inside. Okay, so as you can see, I finished the exterior of the build. So I want to show you guys around a little bit. So in the backyard, we have this modest pool, and I put a bunch of lights in here because there's not a lot of light in this build. So I wanted to put as much light as I could in here. We also have this easel right here, along with this welcome mat, and then we also have an area for your Sims to play chess. I also have these two trash cans right here, one for recycling and a regular trash can. We've got some skill building items over here. I also have a car from debug. So now we're gonna go inside and I'm gonna show you guys the floor plan that took forever to make. Okay, so now we're inside, and over here we're gonna have our kitchen and dining room, and then right here it's gonna be the living room section. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put over here, but this is going to be a small, very small bathroom with a 1 bedroom, and then this is our garage. So let's go ahead and get started. I think the first thing I want to do is tackle the kitchen, because there's going to be a lot of clutter that we're going to be putting in the kitchen, and I am so excited for it. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to see what kitchen counters I want to use. I think I'm gonna use these ones, the Simply Park shaker counters, and I think that I want to use these. I kind of want this home to be a little bit more airy and light, so I think I'll use these orange/tan ones, and we'll put them all along this wall, and then I'll probably shove in like something right here and just shove it in, or I can honestly just move let's move this over a little bit, and since we have to move that over, we can delete this, move this over, then move our welcome mat over as well. And sorry about the noise, they're working on the apartment downstairs, so it may be a little bit loud. Sorry for that. Okay, so we have this area like this, and then I do want to put 2 sinks. I'm thinking we can put 2 sinks over here. We can use this sink from the pack. I don't know why, but I really like this pink color. This is blue, this blue color, but it just doesn't match for the rest of the house, so I think that we'll use it in black. I think that could work. We'll put our stove right there, right next to it. So I do have cheats on, so we do have all of these. These are all of the ones from the restoration workshop kit, but we're not gonna use those ones because I want your sim to be able to do that on its own. So we don't have any actual stove for the kit, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use a base game stove. So we have this cute black one. We can use that. I don't think that looks bad at all. Okay, so I'm thinking for the fridge, we do have this cute one, and I think it would look really good in black. Okay, we can go ahead and put the other necessities, like a microwave. I want to have like a little area for your Sims to eat, because this is a very small apartment or small house. honestly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slide these in, and I will have a test sim to make sure all of this stuff is functional. Okay, so we got all that stuff scooted in, and now we can go ahead and add our clutter. So what we're gonna do is I want to add like the counters, and we'll put them all along this wall. We're just gonna have counters over on this side, I think. And then what we can do is we can add over all of our clutter pieces. And so we already have a place to prep right here. So we can use this, and even this one over here for clutter, which I'm excited for. So let's go ahead and look at everything that we got in this pack. And if you haven't seen, I already made a video looking at everything. So if you wanna see that, I will link it in the cards up above. But I am so excited. So we're gonna go right to the kitchen clutter stuff, and this is everything that we got. We got a decent amount of stuff, honestly. I don't even know what to put first. We have this thing right here, which I don't even know where to put this. I think that this could easily go maybe over here. I'm gonna put it over here and just see how we like it, because this is technically still part of the kitchen. We got some dirty dishes, so I definitely want to put those maybe in this color. And I'm just gonna put everything like on the counters and then alt place it when I'm all done. Okay, so we also got, I want to use a shelf from Base Game, so let me grab that real fast. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use this shelf. It's the capped wall plank. I'm thinking we can also add some more shelving over here as well. Okay, so we have our shelves, and now I'm gonna start like alt placing stuff. Okay, so for the dishes, I'm gonna put them so they're just a little bit closer to the sink. We can start putting this snap and stash bin. They have large ones and small ones. I think we'll put a couple of the large ones on top, and these come in some different colors. So we can put like different ones up there, and then we also have some smaller ones too, so we can place those as well. Thinking we can put these in like different spots like that. We also have these kitchen storage jars, and I think that I'm also gonna place these up here too, just to give like the build a little bit more of a variety. I can't talk today. And then we also have these cookie jars, and I think I'm gonna add at least one or maybe two. We can add the cereal like right over here. I think having it right next to the microwave could be cute. And then we also have this like little, like, it looks like a Kindle like ebook or something. It's so cute. What is this? It's the Cookbook Pro display. We can go ahead and change the color. I'm thinking blue. We got a cutting board as well. It's kind of big, so I am gonna size it down. We also have this clutter carousel. I'm gonna put it right there, and actually it places very nicely, so that's also good. And like I said, we still need room for like prep and stuff. So I still want to make sure that we have all that room for prep. I think I'll put this right here, and I think I am going to alt place this because it's just not, it's not sitting where I want it to sit. Okay, I think right there could be cute. We have so much stuff, and this is a huge kitchen, so I'm going to try to make sure that I place everything in here and still having room for the prep that we need. So I think I'm going to add this to the floor, and it can honestly go like right here, or maybe even over here a little bit, like right there. I think that could be cute. And we have this like mug thing. We can add that right there. Maybe change the color, maybe to like this peachy pink color. I think that that's cute. Okay, so this is what we got for our kitchen. I love all the clutter and everything. I ended up moving this caddy over here because I just felt like it wasn't in the kitchen anymore. It was kind of like out of the way. And if you see a little fur ball right here, it's my cat Minnie. She likes to come in and sit on my desk from time to time, pretty much all the time, honestly. She just likes to sit on my desk because she wants attention. But I added a few more stuff from the kit, like these cute pictures, and then I added these bar stools, and then this laptop. So now we're gonna go ahead, and I think that I want to go and do the garage because these are the stars of the show. Of course I want to do the garage. So first we need a wall pattern. And I'm thinking that we go with either a tile or we might go with paneling though, because I do want this to be like a true garage. Okay, so we have our paneling and this is concrete that I use. So let's go ahead and filter by our pack. I'm so like excited. This is like a complete game changer. Like we actually get to make garages. Like it's one step to getting cars. I think it's one step to getting it. I am very delusional about getting cars. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. In my review showing you guys everything, I showed you guys these and I put some together. I'm not gonna use the dirty swatch because I honestly feel like this guy would be the type to kind of like have everything like clean and kind of like cookie cutter. So we are gonna use like 3 of those in like a blue color. I think this house needs a little bit more color. I think that you guys would definitely agree with me. It needs a little bit more color. We can put this maybe like right here, and maybe it doesn't have to be so close to the wall like that. We can also add some of these storage tubs, maybe just like a few, like maybe like right there like that. I think that's cute. We can also add this bucket, and I'm thinking that we can use 2 buckets. I just think it'd be really cute if 2 people are in here. And I think that I'm gonna change the color to this green. Maybe green and yellow could be cute. I don't mind that at all. We also have this fuse box that I think I'm gonna put right here. I think we can put that right over this. Can change the color though, maybe to this color to match that. I think that'd be nice. We also have this fan that I think I'm gonna have over here in this like workshop area, maybe pointed this way. And then we also have all these like tool parts and stuff that we can add. I'm not sure what color I want these to be. Maybe we can do like the rustic color. Nah, it doesn't really match the rest of the house, so let's just go with blue, which I'm thinking maybe we can put it over here. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do with this whole area. We got the fuse box that I think that I want to put right here. Maybe put it down a little bit. Okay, so this is looking good so far. I think that I actually want to put this on a diagonal. We are gonna switch out the lights though. And these lights kind of like remind me of like horror movie lights, the ones that like flicker. Like they really remind me of the horror movie lights. Okay, so over here, I do want to add this like sand, sawdust, and more. So I'm thinking that I'm trying to find one that like gives sawdust. I think this could work, and we can kind of add it like all over right here. Oh, this is so cute. I think I'll even add one more like right there. That is so cute. I love it so much. Okay, what else can we add? We have that. We haven't added this, which I think we can add it like right here maybe. And then we do have these. I wish these were dirty. It's not really letting me add them. I feel like it's because I have the cheats on, so I'm not able to add them. I'll have to figure that out because I would very much like to add these. We also have some more clutter, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just place that like right there. Maybe turn it around a little bit so it doesn't look the same. Do we want to put a car in here as well? Is that something that we want to do? We could put a car in here. Let me see how the car looks and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I ended up switching out the 2 cars. So this is like more of like a convertible like option. And then in here we have the truck, which I'm gonna try to like place so your Sims can still get in here. So I think this should be good. It's fine if it goes over the sawdust a little bit. That really doesn't matter to me, I guess. But I do think that I want to use some more of that sawdust. Like I really want this build to kind of give off like he's like a handyman. So I think we're gonna use these curtains because these are the only ones that don't look like garbage. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. And with that, I'm gonna show you guys around one more time. Look at this. It just looks so good. It just looks so good. Here's the other side. Look Ah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I feel like this part's a little bit boring. So let's add some more dust. So now we're gonna work on the bedroom. Yeah, let's get the bedroom out of the way. The bedroom and the bathroom. Let's get both of those areas out of the way. So I think I'm gonna stick with this flooring in here. And then we can go ahead and get a door for our bathroom. I don't know why I'm really tempted to use like a sliding door. I don't think I'm going to though. I think that we can just use this door and then we can put the same door, like, I'm not sure where, but at the moment right here is gonna be the best option. Okay, so for the wallpaper in here, I still want to give it like, you know, like that manly kind of like feel. So I think this would look better in here. I really do. Let me see. Yup, I think it looks better in here. Okay, so we're gonna put this in here. I don't know why, it just gives off a caution. Don't, you know, like don't go in here. And then I'll take this one and this one can go into his room. I think that makes a lot more sense, maybe. Okay, let's get us a bed. See, sometimes you gotta move and shake and you gotta kind of figure it out as you go. And that's what I do. I try to figure everything out as I go. Sometimes it works and sometimes it just doesn't. But today is actually working. It's working the way I want it to. I would love to use this bed. I just don't like any of the swatches. So that's the only issue with that. And then this bed is like, I don't know, it's not giving what I need it to give. I wish we had like a full metal bed. This one could work. Do we have it in black? Yes, we got it in black. Okay, and then we can put a fireplace right here. I like this one, which I don't think I've ever used this swatch before. So that's something. And then we can go and add a flat screen TV. And then for the rug, I think we can use this one and just size it down. Now we need a nightstand or an end table as people will call it. I'm thinking these rustic ones that I literally never used before. I think these could be cute and it can kind of break up the like wood feel. And then what else? We need a dresser in here. I want one similar to these. We do have this one that we could use, but I would have to remove one of the nightstands, which is fine. Or you know what? I'm thinking that we change the room around a little bit because we don't have like a lot of space in here, which is crazy because I thought that this room was too big. Okay, so this can go here. We can scoot it in the wall a little bit. This can kind of go like right here. And then I can kind of like scoot it into the wall a little bit. And let's look for some paintings and posters that we can add. What about a Bob Pancakes poster? I'm getting back into Grey's Anatomy, so I'm thinking we add one of these too. We do need some plants. I want to break up the whole, like, I want to put some greenery around. I think that greenery will make this even better. But we do not have a lot of plants specifically in base game. I used this plant outside, so let's see. Let's put it in here. And then okay, I was also thinking that we can add like an accent chair. Maybe one of like these ones and like this black swatch. And it can go like right here. I think your sim is still able to get in there. I'm gonna move it over a little bit just to be sure. I might actually move the chair all together. Maybe if we move the chair right here. And what if we put 2 chairs? Or do you guys think that that's overboard? Is that like a little too much? Putting 2 chairs? I don't know. But okay, this room is pretty like simple, but it's all finished. I like it. So now we're gonna go ahead and go to the living room. I do want to have like a dining room area like right here, but okay, let's do the living room first. The living room is going to be right here. Like I said, this is going to be a very like tight squeeze kind of build. It's not going to be a lot of like space. Okay, so see, the thing about base game is that there's going to be a lot of like dated stuff, and I think that that can be an issue, but I do like these. I like using these. So let's try to use these and like maybe like the black swatch. I think that'll be cute. And then I'm thinking that maybe we have, I don't know. How do you guys think that this should go? Because we could have it like this. So where it's like this, and then the fireplace can go literally right here. And we can use the same one that's in the bedroom because I just really like that one. It's giving elegance. But we can also use it in a different swatch. So we can do it like this maybe. Your sim will still have room to get around. Let me just turn the grid on for a second. Like your sim will still have room to get around. It'll just be kind of tight, but that's honestly fine. Let's go ahead and take the TV from his room and just place it right there. That's cute. And then we don't need this, but I do want to have an accent chair, probably like the same one from base game. Yeah, this one can like place that right there. And then we can also get well, first I want to change the colors. What if we do a brown? Like a brown instead of black? That would break it up a lot. Let's try it. Let's try it and just see if we like it. And then I don't know why, but I'm thinking that this build is a little on the, I don't know, like, what's the word? Contemporary? We could have a black coffee table though. I think that's cute. Like a black one instead. And then I do want an accent table. And I like this one. It can kind of go right in the back. I love doing that with my builds. Maybe scooch this couch back a little. And then we do need, I always dread this, but we need another rug. And I'm not even sure which one to use because we don't have a lot. I don't even know what color would like work. Definitely not that one. And sometimes it's the patterns. Like sometimes the patterns are a little bit off and that's what kind of gets me. And that's the thing that sucks because sometimes the rug can be like really cute and then the pattern is off. So honestly, I'm not really sure. I like this one though. So I think we're gonna try to use this one. I think that I can just place it like that, but I don't like it like that. So I'm gonna try to place two of them maybe. Yeah, let's try that. Most of the time I don't like the way it looks when you place two. So yeah, that's just not really working for me. So I think I'm gonna just make this a little bit smaller, because then if we do that, it looks a lot better. Maybe size down because it's so ginormous, like it's so big. Okay, so we can add it like that. I think that looks good. And then now we can go ahead and work on the dining room. And I don't know if I want to add another bathroom, because right now it's only one bathroom in here, and I don't think that I like that we only have one bathroom. So I think that I am gonna add another bathroom. Yeah, because if you want to have like, you know, like any type of family in here, it's gonna be it's gonna be a tight squeeze, you know, and I'm not sure that I want that. Okay, so I can just move this over. I've been like slowly moving it over every chance that I get because it's just not a lot of room. And I thought that I made this like so big, but I definitely did not. I'm gonna move it over a little bit more, but that also gives us room for the easel too, so that's not too bad. Let's get a tile. We can use this tile, honestly, in both of the areas. Ooh, this looks so good like this, but it's so, oh, I gotta use it. Okay, so now we're changing this to an entire like tile section, and then now we still have to figure out what we're gonna be doing for the rest of this house. Or maybe we can do like a rock moment or like paneling or something, or maybe even siding. No, I don't like the siding. Paneling could be an option. We could just make it all black. Okay, so if we make it all black, we have to definitely make sure that we go all out in the bathrooms. But we can definitely do that. I don't think that that's gonna be like a challenge for us. I'm thinking that we can put the door maybe like right here. Actually gonna delete some of the walls so you guys can actually see what I'm doing in here. So for this bathroom area, like for the sink, I'm thinking that we go, like we use the same ones that we used in the kitchen. So we can go with these ones, but we could do it in a different color. And maybe we can do it like this. When I think of a guy's apartment, this is what I think of. A mirror. literally just like this. But I'm doing his apartment, so I don't think that I want to use that. I always go with like these full length mirrors because they're just so dang cute. I think that I'm gonna have my toilet go right here, and I always use the same toilet, so let's use a different one. We need a shower. I was gonna say, I guess we need a shower. No, we need a shower. Ooh, this yellow one is something. We can put the shower like this maybe. Feels a little big, so I think that I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So now I'm gonna go in and give you guys a tour of everything. So you already saw the kitchen, but I'll show you guys again. This is the kitchen using the new items from the kitchen clutter kit. It's so cute. I'll even like go up close so you can see everything. I got this kitchen cluttered. And then coming over here into the living room area, we have our fireplace, some seating areas, and I ended up adding something for like the baby and everything. So I added a high chair. I also added this computer and desk area because I thought that it'd be nice to have that, especially in a base game house where you can't do much. And then we also have this bathroom. It's nothing like too major. It's not really special. And then you noticed that I did a little room right here. So it's a small room. It doesn't have much in it. Here, I'll go pan in. There's not much in here like at all. I just wanted an area just in case like somebody wanted to have like a kid in this household, they could. And then here is this little like nook area that I did, like so you can just relax. So you don't have to be in the living room the whole time. And then over here we have our bedroom for our main sim. We got Bob pancakes right there, eating some pancakes. It's so cute. And over here we just have the TV and the fireplace. Now once we go over here, we have our workshop area with all the stuff from the new restoration workshop kit. We have everything in here. We have buckets that your Sims can sit on. We've got a debug car. We've got a lot of stuff in here, some sawdust. And then once we go outside, this is what the entire house looks like. We've got our fake garage right here. And then over here, we even have a pool. We got an area where you can sit down, relax, grill some stuff up for your Sims. So that is the end of this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can see all my other videos and you won't miss when I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.